Well, folks, at this point, it is becoming crystal clear that Donald Trump's indicted former lawyers in the state of Georgia are doing everything possible to throw him under the bus before he can throw them under the bus. As I've talked about at length, obviously we've got Sidney Powell, we've got Kenneth Chesbro, both requesting the speedy trials. Reports still say that Eastman is going to go along with Fannie Willis's request for a speedy trial. The only one who's a bit of a holdout at this point, of course, is Rudy Giuliani. Because Giuliani's got so many legal problems, he can't afford to turn on Trump right now. He still needs that fundraiser that Trump is doing later this month. He needs that money, so he's probably not going to be the guy to flip, but he doesn't matter. Eastman and Chesbro, to be honest, are the big people that could flip on Trump. So here's what's going to happen. Donald Trump, they've already basically announced this. He's going to use the advice of counsel defense when his trial comes up, which means he's going to go into court and say, hey, listen, I'm just an average dude. I went to business school, not law school. These are lawyers. They told me I could do these things, so I did them. If they turned out to be illegal, it's because they told me I could, so I did. I didn't know, they did. Bad advice. That's Trump's legal defense, and of course it throws all of them under the bus. So how can these lawyers counter that, though? Because, let's be real, they gave him the advice. So, kind of seems like Trump has the upper hand there, right? Not exactly. If these lawyers can go into court and prove that Donald Trump convinced them to go find these bad legal, reasons for him to do these things, that he pushed them, that he coerced them into doing this, into stretching the law and kind of mangling legal definitions on things. If they can prove that, they can show that, hey, listen, yeah, even though we're lawyers, he made us do this. So we went to the law books. We were looking through, finding any kind of thing here and there that might be able to justify because he was pressuring us to do that. It's not because we wanted to. It's because not only was he our client, he at the time was the president of the United States. He has power. He has authority. And that's going to be their biggest legal defense there. Because again, this isn't like your average client with your average lawyer where the client's telling the lawyer, hey, what if I wear a neck brace into court and act like I got whiplash? No. This is the president of the United States, the most powerful man on the planet for all intents and purposes. And he's telling these people, sitting in the Oval Office, he's behind the big desk, and they're gathered around him, and he is telling them, you go find me the legal rationale. I don't want to hear no for an answer. Do this. Your president is ordering you to do this. You're going to do it. That's a lot of pressure. And if they go into court and make that argument, even somebody as goofy as Sidney Powell, that's going to be a powerful argument. And it's going to shift all the blame away from the lawyers onto Donald Trump. Now, it doesn't excuse what the lawyers did, right? They still did it. So the jury is going to say, yes, these people did it, but they were coerced to do it. So we're going to go a little lighter on them with regards to, punishment and all that. So the lawyers would likely still be found guilty, but they could probably get themselves out of some of the trouble if they could prove that Trump coerced them to do it. That's why they want to go first. That's why they want the speedy trials, and Trump wants to push it off as long as possible. But they'll be on the record first. They'll have their jury verdicts first. They'll have their legal arguments cemented into the record before Donald Trump ever even enters the courtroom. That's going to hurt him, and it's going to benefit them. And right now, all signs are pointing to that being what's going to happen. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.